A man was about to unzip his pants and pee into the ocean when a sudden wave and the violent movement of the ship made him lose his balance. Luckily, he reacted quickly and grabbed the railing with both hands. Below him was the endless deep sea, and the strong wind kept shaking his body. One small mistake could have cost him his life. Gathering all his strength, he pulled himself up and somehow managed to climb back onto the deck. The moment his feet touched the floor, he let out a deep sigh of relief. After resting for a while, he moved forward carefully. Still shaken by what had just happened, he no longer had the courage to relieve himself outside. Instead, he walked into the ship's restroom, but the moment he stepped inside, the door suddenly slammed shut on its own. At first, he thought it was just the wind, so he didn't pay much attention. However, when he tried to leave, he realized the door was completely jammed from the inside. No matter how hard he pushed, it wouldn't open. Now, he began to worry. He crouched down to inspect the lock and pushed the door with all his strength, but nothing worked. Panic slowly started to build. He began searching the room for any tool he could use. Soon, he found a pair of scissors and thought he could use them to unscrew the handle from the door. The tip of the scissors seemed to fit the screw perfectly, but no matter how hard he tried, the screw didn't budge. Next, he opened the small ventilation window above and tried to squeeze through it, but the opening was far too narrow and he couldn't get out. At that moment, the unmanned boat suddenly started speeding up. He feared the vessel might drift uncontrollably into the open sea. Reaching his hand out of the window, he grabbed a rope and tied it tightly before throwing the other end into the water, hoping it would get caught in the propeller and slow the boat down. But the propeller's powerful spinning force suddenly pulled the rope tight and it wrapped around his neck. He couldn't breathe. In panic, he struggled desperately and grabbed around until he managed to find a metal hook. Using it, he tried to cut the rope. After a terrifying struggle with death, he finally managed to free himself. Completely exhausted, he collapsed and lost consciousness. When he woke up again, he saw that water had started filling the boat. The floor was already soaked. He had been trapped on that vessel for an entire day and night. If he didn't find a way out soon, the rising seawater and smoke would eventually kill him.